This is Smallzy Surgery.
Tell me what's your favorite.
Hey, what's up? This is Craig David.
Cause it was on Monday and it was on Tuesday.
And you're listening to Smallzy on Nova.
On the show tonight, I'm gonna call it right now. My all-time favorite singer, songwriter, producer, DJ. What else? Do you have any other strings in your bow? I'm sure. Lovely gentleman.
Friends.
Are you good in the garden? I was going to ask you, do you live on a farm? Because there's a horse in the video clip for the new song, and I wasn't sure whether or not it was your horse or not.
Do you know? I wish it was.
Okay,
I'm telling you, they had like beautiful one blue eye
Yeah.
and one green. It was crazy. But no, I don't live in a farm. But Calvin Harris has got a farm.
Does he?
He understands the memo.
Yeah,
He gets earthy, grounded. But I do like to get my hands stay in the garden and plant plants. It grounds your body. It's good for your
I
health.
100% agree. I am on board with that. It's Craig David, everybody. Clap him in. Welcome
My
back.
guy.
Welcome back to
So
the show.
good to see you.
It's so great to see you.
Thanks,
By the way, I have to give it credit to every time we zoom in, and I don't get to see you in the flesh. I get to see you. And you go to a maximum effort for your Zoom studio backdrop here. Credit to you. Like some people just are in their kitchen, and I'm like, are you really taking it seriously? Craig David takes it seriously.
Man, do you know what it is? On the real, when I look at how beautiful your studio is right there, and I do early zooms, I was looking back, and when you cut it together and you see the socials after, it would look peak if you didn't come and step up the vibe. So I was like, I've got to just at least when it cuts, it looks like we're in the same world. But yeah, so I've got paradise stuff behind me. If you can't see, I've got looks like I'm in the Maldives. I've got a fish tank.
Yep.
On my screensaver moving, and yeah, just brightest color t-shirt you could ever have.
What camera are you using? Because yours is good quality, and I need to find that out.
Do you know what? It's a Sony, yeah.
Okay.
I'll get you the one for it. But I've done it really well because I've done it so the batteries are always continuously on.
Boom.
That took a minute because middle of a zoom and it turns off. It's peak again. I'm going to give you all the info. I've got the details, the whole thing.
Yeah, send it to me. Hey, how are you? You just finished Euro Summer in Ibiza, and you're back with a brand new song. Maybe we start with just how was Ibiza? How was that? Just the beautiful people all of the time.
Do you know what? You've done Ibiza, right?
I've never been. In my entire, I don't know. I think it scares me now because I couldn't keep up. You know, when you get to a certain age and drinking, you just go, I fear for the hangover that will last 5 days. That's where I'm like, do I want to be sick and run down for 5 days? I don't know whether or not I have that level of commitment in me anymore.
Do you know what? Isn't it funny how that myth, it felt like a myth at certain ages when people said about that hangover and the decision as to whether you're going to drink.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you're young right now, this doesn't make any sense to you, you're going to learn. But enjoy the time before it does. I would say, exactly. Yes. I was going to say, if you got a chance, next summer, please come over to Ibiza, because it doesn't have to be the mash yourself out completely and work out like, why is it the second day in you've gone hit the ground so hard that you haven't left the ground. But my Ibiza Rocks pool parties.
Yeah, I do want to ask though, because I heard a horrible rumor that like the parties don't start until like midnight. Like that's my bedtime. Like I'm normally she's thinking about going to sleep at that time. I like to get up early. What time are you on stage? What time are you on?
Listen, this is why I've got you. Okay. So the pool party, it's a day pool party, firstly. Nice day,
this is great. Fantastic.
Shining.
Yes.
It starts at 2 and it runs all the way through to 9. I'm usually on about 5, 6.
Great.
So it's perfect.
Great.
Sunset sort of vibes going on. And you've got time to go to maybe a little restaurant, get some food, and go to bed before 12.
We're so old.
I've got you, man.
What happened?
We're covered. Do you know what? It's because we worked out. We got into the matrix and we worked out.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I see. There's more to this life. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And when you're mashed out and you're having to try and get antibiotics, sort your sore throat out.
Yeah.
You're thinking maybe I could have just woken up nice and not done that.
That's exactly it. That is exactly it. Okay, well, put me on the list next year. I'll be there at the pool party in Ibiza. Sounds like a lot of fun. I can I can start my shredding diet now. Just again. Now you with brand new music. Congratulations.
You got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands.
Your voice, this sounds crazy because like people wouldn't realize this, but like 24 years since the first album, and your voice is as good as it as ever has been, and like that's credit to you for taking care of it. Like just incredible.
Thank you. You know, it means so much to me saying that, because it leans back into some of the disciplines that need to go on if you want to maintain longevity. And it is do we go to that nightclub tonight? Do we shout at the top of our voice? Are the tequila shots going down? Like, does it have to be tonight? We can still do it. We're not out of the game, but does it have to be? And I think those choices have served me really well, because I want to come out and perform and give 110. I want to be able to go in the studio and work with 18, 9-year-old producers and give them vocals that make them say,
yeah,
my guy, so they're not hearing that raspy kind of slightly mashed up vocal because you haggard. No, we're not doing that around here. We're coming correct. So that was the biggest compliment, man. I appreciate you. It means a lot to me.
No, absolutely. Question, like when you talk about, like, obviously you've been around you've done so many years and you're still dropping records. Do you reflect on your career? I asked Lady Gaga this the other week, and she gave me an interesting answer, and I'd be curious to know what yours was. Is there anything you would tell your younger self if you could speak to like 19-year-old Craig David, who's about to like drop his debut album or whatever? Is there something you'd say to him as like, hey, do this or don't do that, stress about this, don't stress about that? Because when you've been through it, you learn a lot over the years.
Ain't that the truth, my man? Like, what do you think? What you do? It's a big question. I love it. It's funny because the video, "Bit in Your Hands," and even the first line, I was a young boy, I was 12 years old. That reminiscing back, and then having young Ethan in the video was a moment, who's playing like a young version of me. I was sitting in between takes, and I just said to him, like, what's your vibe, my man? Like, what do you want to aspire to do? You know, acting is one thing he loves. He said, listen, I'm just here. I'm just loving life. Like, I feel the vibes, man. I'm just living in the moment. And I was like, wow, what a takeaway.
Yeah.
He's just living in the moment. Yeah. And he then said to me, is there any advice that you give me? And it's literally this question.
Yeah.
And I just said to him, you know what? Just do exactly as you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Because everything you will do, every detail, every nuance, every good, bad, indifferent, will land you to where you need to be. Because when we look back, if you negate all of the negative things that happen, it doesn't really build courage, doesn't build growth. It's all calm, it's all relaxed. And we need a little bit of push and pull. And sometimes we don't want the heavy ones, but if you can get through them, it lands the other side, and you don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, though. The heavy ones, although you don't want them, they can be the ones that teach you the most about yourself, right?
They're absolutely the biggest catalyst.
Yeah.
Like and like I said, they call it a tower moment in tarot, but you get to a point where it's like the lightning strikes, and that if it's built on shaky foundation or foundations, it will come down. And the thing is, it's just how you're building foundations. Back to the garden. Are you nurturing the garden, or are you just leaving it to all die? Because at some point you'll get that moment. But hopefully you've got good friends, good people around you. Speak your truth. That will help you through any of those dark points, and then you can come back and see the light.
Absolutely. No, I think the song and the lyrics, and as you mentioned, the video clip, I think it's like a perfect storm at the moment where I feel like I'm interviewing a whole bunch of artists who have been making music for it scares me to say this, but like a generation. Like these artists have been around for a generation now, and it's interesting reflecting on where you started from, and something you said really the Ethan said, which was, I'm just living in the moment. And I'm sure you probably would agree with this, at least for me. In the early days, you're always on this mentality of hustling the next opportunity while you're in the middle of the current opportunity, that you never really were in the moment of that opportunity because you were worrying about when's the next one, because if I don't have the next one loaded up, I could be without something, and you kind of forget the blur that was this amazing opportunity, maybe being like, dropping your debut album, and you're like, I wish I was just more in the moment, or I wish I remembered it versus working for the next album, if that makes sense.
Oh man, that is so profound, you saying that, man. Genuinely, because everything, you just nailed it. It's that the myth of like, it's all about getting to the destination.
Yeah.
But actually, it's always been the journey. And that is it in a nutshell. And the one other thing I'd say to you, which would give a lot of people who are listening just real hope and bring them back into themselves and not feel like, oh my God, it's the world and there's so many people doing so many things and I got to keep up with the Joneses. Your USP, like your voice when you speak on radio, and it's so key. And the same if I'm writing a song or performing a song, it's the tone and vibration and how you sound when people hear you. That frequency lands in people's hearts. That's what served you from when you were a young kid, and all the way through to where you are now. That you've just honed your skills. You're tighter, sharper at interviewing and speaking and the technology. But your USP has always been your tone of voice. The people feel safe when they hear you, Smallzy, which is the same thing when I make music. I'd like people to feel that they feel a comfort in that music, and then all the other stuff falls away. You like just sing nicely, talk nicely, and everything will connect. And live in the moment, because trust me, life just. You get to the goal and you score the goal and then you're top of the league and you're like, but next season, what if we're not top of? Well, don't worry about the next season. Just live in this season. As much as you can,
I know, absolutely. I always enjoy the deep. We always seem to have these very deep conversations, and I always enjoy that about our time. I think it's the very, you would agree with this. It's very rare in this business to be able to like genuinely have. Moments of connection beyond the top line. Oh, I'm here to plug a song and this guy is going to play the record and then we go our separate ways. So I thank you for that. It's very rare in this day and age.
You know what, Smallzy, it's my pleasure. Like, especially even the name of Smallzy Surgery. It's like you can do like a little op. Oh, we do a full on. We've gone deep dive.
We've got a whole hour. We can do the whole thing.
Underneath the hood. Because you know what, at the end of the day, it's about connection. And if we walk away from here and just be like, you played the record, I've done a little spiel about singing and doing the tour and what's about. You missed that there was another human being on the other side and you're having a conversation. And I think we need more of that. So and then the rest will land.
Absolutely.
You know the vibes.
Okay, so the new song, In Your Hands, where is TS5 at the moment? Are you on break at the minute? Because Northern Hemisphere is going into winter, and I know you all hibernate and you really don't come out for a while. Or are you going to do some club shows? Are you going on the road? What can you tell me?
Well, we're gearing up for February 2025. We've got an arena tour that's happening in the UK. So that's like, but this is going to be the first time TS5 and the full band really amalgamates into like one big show.
Okay.
So mixing in and out of TS5, into an acoustic guitar, back into TS5.
Wow.
And then let's remember the rest of the world wakes up. So you got like the Dubais of this world, and Australia's like, yo, what's going on?
Where are you? We want you back here. Yeah.
What's happening? So you just turn the fader down.
Have you ever thought about like getting out of the UK and moving to Dubai, like every other UK DJ, producer, artist that I see on my Instagram these days? They all just live there for the sun. It's just so cold.
Do you know the wild one? Australia was really on my radar for quite a while.
Yeah.
So like once when I did a few tours there and hit Sydney a few times, Melbourne, and then obviously the Gold Coast and Byron Bay, and you start to catch a vibe. You're like, this doesn't feel too far away from culturally from back home in the UK.
Yeah.
Maybe we could try a little flex.
It's just a long home.
Wild.
It's a long flight home though. That's the only downside.
Yeah. And especially for you, I know that you actually do this live interviews where you'll be on the red carpet here in the UK doing an interview, having jet lagged out your mind, and then bang into somewhere else and back home. I'm just like, Smallzy, my man. But when you're in demand,
I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I'll sleep when, one day I'll sleep. I'll catch up in it many years from now. Okay.
I've got you,
well,
man.
you, sir, it's always a pleasure to speak to you. New song is out now. Video clip is great. You're welcome back anytime, and hopefully we'll get you back to Australia for a show. If not, I'll see you in Ibiza for the pool party.
Please.
I'm coming.
Let's not do the fair weather thing.
I'm not doing the whole we'll do it. No.
I'll see you in this 2028.
Yeah.
We'll do it one day before I die.
Yeah. No.
Got you.
I'm going to come.
You let me know. I'll sort it out for you.
I'm coming. Done. Sir,
love.
Always a pleasure to see you, man. Thank you.
Lots of love, brother.
Smallzy Surgery
is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.